In this video, I will show you how we can configure layer 3 network interfaces. So as per our lab topology, we need to create layer 3 interfaces. So we have HQ firewall layer 3 interface 1/1, 1/2, 1/3 and 1/4. However, 1/4 will be two sub interfaces for VLAN 40 and 50. Okay, so let's start to configure layer 3 interfaces of the firewall, which is 1/1, 1/2, 1/3 and 1/4. Okay, so we have already zones we already created, and these are the interfaces we know. These are the four interfaces we need to configure: 1/1, 1/2, 1/3 and 1/4. And zone type will be layer 3. We already have zones with layer 3. Virtual router we already created. Okay, and virtual router interfaces, it will go automatically there. And when one IP address we know which is 1.1, when 2 is 2.1, LAN IP will be 10.0.1.254, and DMZ will be sub interfaces, so 4.254 and 5.254. So these are the information we have. Let's start to configure the first interface. So as per our lab topology, we need to configure two interfaces for WAN. For that, last time we configure virtual router, go to interfaces. Okay, so the first interface is this one, 1/1, which is connected to the internet, WAN 1. So click on that one, and here you can type, it's better to put the commit connected to ISP1. Okay, and change the interface type to layer 3. Okay, we don't have NetFlow profile, so this is the interface. Comments we type connected to ISP1. After that, here virtual router we create previously, choose that one, VR1. Security zone we already created, this is WAN 1. Go to IPv4. So as per our lab, the IP address will be 192.168.1.1, which I mentioned here as well. This is the IP address. So let me copy this IP. Okay, and let's go back, and here you can type the IP address, keep in mind with subnet mask. So I type 24. Okay, so it's done. After that, you need to click on advanced, and here we need to attach management profile, which we will discuss later on. Anyhow, here we don't have management profile. Let me create one simple one, management profile, and let me give them ping only. And let's choose ping so that at least we can test. Okay, so I choose this one, and that's it. So we are done with this interface. The comments, then the interface type, then I type the, okay, let me delete this one, we don't need this one, that's it. Okay, 192.168.1.1, and then I attach management profile ping only and click OK. So the first interface is done. Here you can see them. Now click on the 1/2. 1/2 is this one, and the IP address we know it will be 2.1. Okay, so let me copy this one, and let's go back, and here I will type connected to ISP2 and change the interface type to layer 3. Okay, and virtual router we already created VR1. Security zone will be WAN 2, and go to IPv4, add, and type the IP address /24. Make sure that you type /24, okay, and click OK. Go to advanced, and here choose the management profile ping only and click OK. So now we have two interfaces ready, layer 3 ping only as the management profile, IP address 1.1 and 2.1, virtual router is VR-1. Okay, and security zone is WAN 1 and WAN 2, and these are the comments, so at least we know. 1/3 is this one, which is LAN. So let's click on this one. Okay, and for the LAN, IP address will be 10.0.1.254 with /24. Okay, which is this one, 10.0.1.254. So let's go to here and type here connected to LAN, and change the interface type to layer 3. Okay, virtual router choose, which we create VR1, and here you make sure that choose the right zone lane which we create previously. Go to IPv4, add, type and /24. Make sure that subnet mask is there, and go to advanced and management profile, attach ping only, and we are done with this interface as well, the lane one. Now coming to 1/4, which is this one. Keep in mind here we need to create two sub interfaces. So other side switch we already configure switch if you remember previously. So the switch configuration is done. We create two VLAN there and we assign these interfaces to VLAN and we make 0/0 as a trunk. This side I need to create two sub interfaces. One for VLAN 40, second for VLAN 50. So for that 1/4 first click on the 1/4. Okay, and type here connected to DMZ zone. Change the interface type to layer 3. Okay, and no need of IPv4 address. Go to advanced and change the management profile to ping only. I believe this is the only thing you need to do. If I go down, okay, so we done with ISP1 and ISP2. Let me make sure. Okay, 1/3 we done, and here is. So I just change this one. Sorry, 1/3 is done. Here is. So just type the DMZ servers layer 3 virtual and just allow the ping. Okay, and click OK. Keep in mind there is no IP address because we want sub interfaces. So here I just make the interface type layer 3, attach management profile, no IP address, no virtual router. Okay, and that's it. Now to create two sub interfaces, for that choose this one which is already choose and click here add sub interfaces. Make sure that it is selected. Okay, so 1/4. Now I have two sub interfaces. So here VLAN 40 and 50. So the best way is type here 40 and similarly here type connected to VLAN 40 so that we know VLAN 40 servers. And here the tag has to be the same which is this VLAN, which is VLAN 40 we create in the switch if you remember. Virtual router we will use VR1 and security zone we have DMZ. So I choose DMZ. Okay, here. So what I done, let's go down the sub interfaces. I select this one and click add sub interfaces. And after that comment, you can type any comment anywhere I type. So this should be 40 and 40 and here, and then the IP address. So we need to type two different IP address. So here I will choose 10.0.4.254 as per our setting here is 10.0.4.254. Okay, so let's go to IP address and 24. Okay, and it's better to management profile attach so that we can ping them and click OK. Now you will see okay, they say that is annual. Okay, let's go back. So I done a small mistake here, just remove this 24, it has to be 124 and click OK. So here is under this 1/4 there is a sub interface with 40. Okay, and this is the IP address, virtual router, tag is 40, tag is important. It has to be the same like a VLAN, DMZ, and here is the comments. Again choose 1/4, not this one, choose this one. Sorry, not open it, just select this one and click add sub interface. Select and add sub interface. Again, here we have another VLAN 50. So type 50. Okay, type here as well 50. And here I will say connected to VLAN 50 servers. Okay, and after that virtual router is VR1, security zones is DMZ and IPv4. So let me type the IPv4. It will be 5. So let's go back and should be here. So let me copy this IP with subnet mask. Okay, as per our setting is this 10.0.5.254. Okay, and click OK. And after that go to advanced and management profile. Let me choose ping only and click OK. So in this way, you can create as many you need the sub interfaces, but however, I just need only two. So 40 and 50. This is not important, but this one is important. The tag, it has to be the same VLAN which we create in DMZ switch. Okay, so we are done with this one. So that's it, and we configure all the interfaces which you can see. Now it's gray out because we need to commit the changes. So let me commit the changes, and after that, if everything is connected, so it will become green. The link state will change from the gray to green. Okay, and if it is down, then it will be red. Okay, so that's it. This is the way to configure, and then we apply the commit. Okay, let's go to our switch. I believe we already configured the switch. Here is enable show VLAN brief. So we have two VLAN, which is 40 and 50, and these two interfaces belong to that one. And show interface trunk. So you can see we have Ethernet 0/0. We already make them as a trunk. So it will carry the traffic for both VLAN 40 and VLAN 50. Okay, and then it can reach here. So server 1 we already configure. If we go to server 1 and we go to server 2, okay, so from here we can verify that it's working or not. So let's go back. Yeah, so the commit is working, and now you can see all of them are green. So when and here, okay, there is no IP because this is the main interface, but we have sub interfaces. Okay, so if we want to verify from the LAN, okay, so from the LAN, if you go, we already configured the IP address previously, and right click, go terminal, and if you want to check the IP and the gateway, so our gateway is our router IP, which we configure 10.0.1.254. okay, so it will show after a while the gateway IP, and we can verify that we are reachable to gateway and we allowed the ping, so it will be pingable. Okay, so we need to check, just wait for a while from the LAN PC to show the gateway. Yeah, and type ping, and this is the gateway. So 10.0.1.254, and yes, from the LAN PC I can reach to my gateway. So this one is okay, LAN is okay. Let's go to DMZ. Okay, and in the DMZ, if we verify our IP, so we have 10.0.4.1, and route gateway will be, which we just configure this one, 10.0.4.254. okay, so let's go to here. It will show after a while, and also let me go to server 2 as well, and let's go to server 2 and type fconfig. Okay, and we can ping 10.0.5.254. so yes, from the server 5, server 40, which is server 2, so it's reachable, and here is showing the gateway as well, so 10.0.4.254, and here is, so everything is working. So from DMZ I ping from one server 4.254 and from other server 10.0.5.254. we have two server and both are reachable. So keep in mind there is one interface, but it's like a subdivide. Okay, we have two sub interfaces. So we have two sub interfaces and two different IPs are configured. And this side on the switch, which is trunk, I show you is already trunk, which we make them as a trunk, and we create two VLAN. So it will carry the traffic for both VLAN, and we verify. So everything is okay. Only the WAN 1 and WAN 2. So even from firewall to here, we can ping WAN 1 and WAN 2, which is 1.254 and 2.254. So you can go to firewall, and from here we can ping this WAN 1 and WAN 2 as well if you want to try. So for that, what I need to do, let me take SSH. So quick connect 192.168.100.200 is our firewall IP. Admin is the user, and let me accept in ABC8123455. So now I'm logging to the firewall through SSH. Okay, you can go to console as well, and here you can ping, and source you can type 192.168.1.1, and host is 192.168.1.254. okay, so yes, I'm reachable. What I say I want to ping, but keep the source this IP. 192.168.1.1, and I want to ping my gateway which is configured on the WAN 1.254. So it's working, yeah, there is ping. Similarly, just change this to 2.1 and change this to 2 and hit enter. Yes, so both WAN are reachable from the firewall. So those are also verified. So now we verify all the interfaces are working. Because the ping is working, because we attach management profile ping. So from LAN to from LAN to our 1/3 interface IP is reachable. From both DMZ we have two sub interfaces IP is working, and from firewall to WAN, okay, so we verify that one as well. So this is the way to configure interfaces and then verify.